In this week's episode of Triple T,
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. That one, I want to sing it one more time, just me and you,
Okay.
a cappella, because everybody that is listening right now is going to have it stuck in their head now.
Mm-hmm.
A 1, 2, 3, and I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. There you go. Now
this
it's
song is stuck in your head all day. Pop though, that's one that everybody knows.
Yeah, but do ya? Outside of bop shibba bop dap doo up shibba bop bop doo up bop boo. Yeah. Name a single word somewhere else in that song. They might say that, but you don't know anything else other than that. You don't know what the song's about. I mean, I know more of, he's a scat man. I know more words of that song than I do of Bop.
What's up, everybody? We're back. It's me. The voice you're hearing, it's Matt. It's Beard Laws. Joining me, as always, is the Yo-Yo King, Burley.
Yo.
Not here this week for a good reason is Gute, our movie guy. We're going to try our best to, carry the weight of a man that lifts a lot of weights in Gute and try to do that. He is, at the time of the recording, it's his 11th wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary to you little lovebirds. Made it 11 years. Statistically, I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to be divorced by now, statistically.
Yeah, you guys made it. So
Turns out simping for your wife keeps things together.
But either way, he'll be back next week. He sends all his hugs and kisses to all your pink parts or something like that. I'm pretty sure I got it right. But fellas, since we're, an educational show and, you want to, impress the ladies, you want to, look good, feel good for the ladies, head on over to Brio for Life. Get yourself a trimmer. Trim the balls. Make them good. Trim the chest hair if you're into that. Trim the beard if that's what you really want. They have all sorts of stuff. They got a head shaver if you're bald or going bald. They have toothbrushes, nose hair, ear hair trimmers. You can even use code BEARDLAWS to save some money. I got links everywhere. Check them.
Do you shave your chest at all?
Nah.
So I use mine to shave around the nipples. I do shave around my nipple. I don't like these long hairy around my. I like a little nipple play.
Okay.
Though I don't want to have hairs pulled around my nipples.
That's
so
fair.
I use mine to kind of. Then I got really clean nips.
Yeah. Nah, it just I only shave the cheeks on my face because everything else would just look weird. Imagine like having this big beard and then just no hair and then hair on my legs.
You should definitely shave a six pack in for Halloween. Would be pretty awesome.
That would be pretty cool. I'm going to have to get some advice on what that looks like.
I got you. I got you.
Goot will probably if Goot was here, he'd be like, this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Take a picture of these washboard pieces of shit.
But whether you're female, male, or identify as anything else, I don't know about the fur, like the furries or whatever, if this will work. But if you go over to Copper John's or just go to theballwash.com, go buy some ball wash. Has a pH balance. Tyson over there at Copper John's got a big old brain in his head. He created something that legit makes the balls not stink. I've been using it for the balls, the pits, and the butt. Tell you what, it's the cleanest it's ever felt. I mean, yes, I've tried way back in the day. The loofah game wasn't for me. I've tried washcloths, so I've tried it all. I'm telling you right now, on the hot spots, this stuff works. I don't know if you've tried it yet, Burley. Game changer.
I have. Also, loofahs carry bacteria. Chunky.
Yeah.
Washcloth. What do you pour? Get yourself some ball wash and pick it up. So, hey, is there a promo code for that?
Yeah, you can use code BEARDLAWS if you like, all caps, or if you don't want to, that's fine too. But yeah, check it out, theballwash.com or copperjohnsbeard.com. Hell yeah. All right, before we get into this, we might try to mix some other stuff in there. I can't remember anything else off the top of my head, but 1997, I want to jump into this because it's a hell of a year. From the movies to the sports. Woo.
We might have another top dog here, dog.
Oh, speaking of top dogs, you mentioned something to me on the last episode that I said, all right, we're going to do that. We have started ranking our top 10 and our bottom 10 years of music. Just the music part. If you end up wanting us to do movies or anything like that, let us know. But yeah, just the years of music we started ranking. And I did a little bit of a graphic. So we'll show the graphic. You have any guesses on the top year before we do it?
It's got to be in the 90s. 90. Which one was Sarah? 94.
Sarah was 94. Yep.
Yeah, it's got to be 94. It has to be our top voted year. No way it's in the 80s or the 30s.
And this is always going to change, and it's the ratings and the average of the three of us. In full disclosure, it's only myself and Burley. Gute has been on vacation and then doing the anniversary thing, so he hasn't put his ranking in yet. So this is just mine and Burley's top 10 music years based on the years of episodes that we've covered. And coming in at number 10, 1948, no surprise. Number 9, 1950. Again, not a shocker. And it's funny because our average for the 1948 was 7.6 was our average out of 100.
You can see as things get less racist, except for 1980. What happened in 1981? Why did we hate that one so much?
So Tony sent in 1948. And Damon from the Dude Network sent in 1950, coming in at number 9. And our average score was an 11.16, again, from me and Burley. Not a big one. 1981 was sent in by Dave from In a Pickle, and our average is only 45.1. So, hey, it is what it is.
Okay.
1969 was sent in by Marky Mark, and that was a 45.43 average. And 1967, Ragnar sent in that, and our average was a 46.96. And again, the average is, you know what I mean, like, because and it's going to be a little bit higher because it is divided by 3 and there is some zeros. So if anybody's going, you guys rated this a 45, it's because we have, just keep in mind again that Gute has zeros for all of these. So when he comes in with his ratings, it'll go up, but I think the numbers are still going to be roughly the same in the ranking. So 1969, the number 6 is 1967, number 5, 1972, number 4, 1989. The bronze medal for the top 10 currently right now in episode 201, 1983. Number 2, 1991, and our GOAT year, the gold medal winner, the same as the women gold soccer team, 1994.
Love it. And I think, think about it though. One of those people is going to be off that list this week. One of those years is going to be off that list this week.
Yep. Yep. Because if you haven't read it, we're time traveling to 1997. And I think we are a little bit more biased. I know we are a little bit more biased on years that we've lived through. Music that is more relatable to us, which is okay. You know what I mean? Somebody might be screaming at the dashboard, screaming at work, slamming their keyboard, being like, I can't believe 81. I can't believe that they hate
1972 was so great. Well, calm down, Grandma.
We agree with the Dude Network and Tony. 1948 ruled. So just for anybody that did want to know, just for that one, 1948, I gave it a 13.1. Burley gave it a 9.8 for the best one. And I'm a tough judge, all right? And I've done beard rankings. I've done stuff. 90s are really, really hard for me. So they're a little bit more skewed. So for 1994, I rated an 84.2, which was the highest rating that I rated anything. And Burley gave it a 90.5. So again, when Gute comes in there, that one still should be there. And then once we get 1997, we'll at the end of it, we'll give our rankings live after the music segment on the show.
That. I'm into that. That way we don't have to remember.
That way we don't have to remember anything. It's in the sheet. The sheet does a thing, and we'll give an update. So. All right, we got a lot of good stuff. That. I think we start up this time machine if you're ready. Is
there a video?
There is a video. We should start with that. And actually, you reached out. It was it Steph Rock?
From Steph's Rock Show.
Yep.
She's awesome. Yeah, and she sent in a video.
She sent it in. Are you ready for it?
Yep.
Pow.
What's up, guys? It's Steph of Steph's Rock Show. I used to be a morning radio DJ, and now I have my own podcast. I'm here to time travel you to 1997 because Limp Bizkit, one of my favorite bands, came out with their first album, $3 Bill, y'all. Also, Titanic was the highest grossing film. Unfortunately, Princess Diana passed away. And Hale-Bopp, a comet, came close to the U.S. and was one of the most noted and watched comets. So there you go for 1997.
Woo!
Let's go.
Pretty. If that doesn't get you pumped up, I don't know what's going to.
Gets it all moving in the nether regions, if you know what I mean.
Netherlands. Check out the
Oddly enough, not a country in 1987. Pressing the button.
Nope. Do it.
Gonna do this. get my Heath Ledger pills.
Okay, I got my Rascal watch.
Got the Rascal watch, dude. Chains.
Yep,
Choo
chains.
choo.
Check it out. We got 2 chains.
2 chains. Hold on, we're almost there, dude. We're almost there. I don't know what this does. Got this. And, almost there. And go! It never ceases to amaze me how comically long it takes to start that time machine.
You know, we had sometimes when we record, there's a little bit of a longer reaction in between them, so it hasn't been warmed up. It's not like we're just time traveling in the middle of the week just for fun.
Good point. Good point.
It's a lot of work and effort. We can only borrow so much time. So 97.
We're on borrowed time. Think about that, dude. It's 1997. Let's have. How old were you in 1997, dude?
I was 12.
I was 11.
Yeah,
I was
12 years old. I don't want to be. I would never want to be 12 again. It was kind of cool, but then you got to go through some shit, and I just I'm good. Do I want to be the age I'm at? No, I want to be a little bit
What's
younger.
the youngest you want to go back to? I think everybody would like to go back. Knowing what you know now, what's the youngest you'd want to go back to?
I'd say like 22, 23.
Wow, that's old.
Yeah, no, it's not that old compared to everything. Like, I don't want to be a teenager again, man. I don't.
Oh, dude. Maybe it's just because I made shit choices. Yeah, you put me back at 16, knowing what I know now. I'm probably coming out of it with a disease or two, but I'm probably going to finish college, not for a music degree.
Yeah.
I don't know. And if everything plays out the way it does now, I'm probably going to make some pretty smart stock market moves. And I'll end up like Biff Tannen in Back to the Future 2.
You'll have a castle.
Oh,
like Richie Rich.
Cool. By the way, Steph had to have done some research because I have not thought of the word Hale-Bopp since 1997. Do you remember that was like all the talk?
I don't.
Man, it was a big. My mom talked about it a lot. Like, you need to go see it. We went out and like saw it. It was a gigantic. Look it up real quick. It's pretty cool. It's like a giant comet. It filled the sky, dude. It was crazy. And we'll never see it again the rest of our lives. It's every, I don't know how long. Look at that, dude. You could see it clear as day in Houston, where it's like we have all this light pollution here. And that's how big it was, dude.
That's crazy.
It was fucking nuts, dude.
Wow. Yeah, Hale-Bopp is a comet that was one of the most widely observed of the 20th century. One of the brightest seen. It says one of, so it wasn't the one.
Huh. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know how often does it say how often it passes Earth?
I was reading through this. It actually said that these two people, Alan Hale and Thomas Bopp. Well, there's the name, creative name, fellas. They discovered it separately on July 23rd, 1995, before it actually became visible to the naked eye. Then it was actually April 1st, 1997. Ooh, April Fool's Day. Tough.
JK.
Tough day for anything to happen. It was visible to the naked eye for 18 months. 18 months. Wow.
How do you not remember this? This was huge, dude. What was 12-year-old Matt doing?
Dude, I don't remember what I did yesterday.
A fresh-faced, beardless little boy, and with one of those little spinner hats on his head. You know,
Honestly, I was probably playing baseball outside. It was April. It was wet. We were outside like the Sandlot kids. Played a lot of baseball as a kid.
Missed the Hale-Bopp.
Missed the Hale-Bopp. We were outside, didn't see the whole thing. I've never even heard of it.
That's wild. I haven't thought about it, but when she said it, like, snapped it. I was like, Hale-Bopp. I remember everybody was talking about Hale-Bopp.
Is that how the Hanson brothers created the song?
Bop? Yeah, for sure. That also 1997.
Yeah, they were just like, you know what? I can't say comet Hale-Bopp, so I'm just gonna go Bop. That's what people looked up at the sky. Bop.
You gotta.
We're on to you.
I think we can all admit it now. That song stunk, but those Hanson chicks were pretty cute. Huh?
They were cute. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could get it.
They could They actually like came to I think a state fair. I remember that. I didn't go to it, but I knew a handful of people that were pretty excited to go to it.
They're a one-hit wonder, correct? Or did they have more? And I didn't catch on to it.
That's the only one that I know. But again, I not a huge fan. Let's pull up their song, Hanson Brothers songs. Maybe you'll know. Bop, 1997, obviously was a big one. Yeah, there's a bunch I don't recognize. If Only I Will Come to You. Katie.
Hey.
Thinking About Something. Bop 2.0
They
was
did
on a
an
greatest
urban
hits.
album. Think about something.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, fuck them.
Where's the Love? Write You a Song. I've never heard of one. I'm not just saying it on the show just to say that. Maybe if I heard one, I would have heard it on the radio or something, but don't know. Bop though. That's one that everybody knows.
Yeah, but do you? Outside of bop shibba bop dap doo wop shibba bop bop doo wop bop bop boo. Yeah. Name a single word somewhere else in that song. They might say that, but you don't know anything else other than that. You don't know what the song's about. I mean, I know more of, he's a scat man. I know more words of that song than I do of Bop.
Yeah, good for the Hanson Brothers though. They actually started grunge. Rob was saying the other day.
Oh, dude, Rob's taking mad shit for that.
Yep.
Oh man.
So we're here. We're music. Let's keep it flowing.
I do want to. Okay, this kind of works out. Because grunge is kind of played out at this point, right? 1997. What did grunge replace? Hair metal, right? Kind of knocked hair metal off the shelf, so to speak. You had a couple stragglers, but that was just because of pure talent. You had, Guns N' Roses and shit like that.
Yep.
But once, so grunge kind of kills off hair metal. And what does grunge do? So hair metal is all about partying, getting chicks, bitches, drugs, all that shit, right? Rock and roll lifestyle.
Yeah.
Grunge comes in and starts like looking inward and like self-loathing and just hate the world, and it's all sad and melancholy, right? That started getting a little played out. Some of these rock stars started painting their bedrooms, and who comes to save the day? New fucking metal, dude. So we're gonna have a bunch of sad lyrics, but it sounds like we're all about partying and fucking getting bitches and rocking and rolling and hippity hopping. And then you get something like a Limp Bizkit, dude, which their lyrics are somewhat sad, some would say, but boy, do they do it in a real fun way, dude. Makes you want to dance. 1997, we get Limp Bizkit's first album, and in my opinion, their best album, $3 Bill, Y'all. I don't know if you're familiar with this one.
It's funny, it keeps popping up because remember we were talking about it not too long ago about how hard it is to find it on vinyl. It's not an album that I know a lot, to be honest with you. Like I wasn't a huge Limp Bizkit guy. Like I know probably the ones I heard on the radio. I didn't own a lot of their music, but I know of the album, but I couldn't break it down to you.
This to me is the quintessential rap rock new metal album. The Korn is kind of they're given the status of like the godfathers of new metal, but let's be honest, Korn was never rapping and rocking. They did a lot of rocking. There was groovy shit to it, kind of hip hoppy, but they were never rapping. Korn gives us Limp Bizkit, and Limp Bizkit I think carries that torch. I think outside of Linkin Park, I think they're the most successful new metal band. Period. The end. And I think it's just because Linkin Park had a longer, career, and they kind of morphed with the times, right?
Yeah.
But this first album, 2 times platinum. Here's how good of a businessman Fred Durst was. This is their first album, dude. Part of the contract was, hey, if this album does good, you're going to put me in a senior level of Interscope Records. So, dude, this album goes double platinum. And this new face is now the senior advisor of talent acquisitions. Just some fucking 25-year-old kid. It's not like it's not like they just give this title away. This is a real deal like thing, and he worked it into his goddamn contract. That's how confident he was.
Wow.
Let's see what else. So Ross Robinson, who's responsible for the first 2 Korn albums, recorded Limp Bizkit's first album. What he does is he takes you to a place called Indigo Ranch, which is basically you're just cut off from all civilization, and he treats you like shit the entire time to make you mad. And then that's where the art comes from. I mean, there's stories of him like throwing potted plants at people while they're trying to sing and shit like that, just fucking calling people's relatives and fucking talking shit and then telling them what he did so that they'll fucking break down. He's a wild bastard, but you get albums like this. So,
I mean, yeah.
Method to the madness.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's DJ Lethal, right? The DJ from Limp Bizkit.
Okay. I didn't know his name, but
his dad is a Russian dude, and he's an amazing guitarist.
Okay.
But over there, they kind of get shit late, in Russia.
Yeah, I could see that.
So he gets the Beatles. I don't know what year this is, but he didn't understand that there was like such things like delay or flange and shit like that in a recording studio. So he figured out how to play Beatles shit without effects. Like if there was a reverb, he was just picking it lighter.
Really?
And then like he would hit the note. Like so he would play this shit live over there in Russia. Beatles songs are not necessarily the most complex songs ever. But because he didn't realize what studio effects were, he made them the most complex things ever because he's just trying to make it exactly. It's fucking amazing. I'll try to find a video and send it to you. Yeah. It's pretty fucking sick, dude.
Is his father Grisha Demont? Like a big mustache, curly haired guy?
Yeah. You found him?
I was just looking him up. What a character is, because obviously I just Googled DJ Lethal's father, and it said first contact with music was through his father, who performed in a rock band with his friends as a guitarist.
Yeah, wait, look up his name, Beatles song. It'll blow your fucking mind, dude. He just makes it so complicated.
Beatles songs. All right, let's check this out. There's something Grisha Demont on SoundCloud. Is the only place that potentially might have this, which is interesting.
I've seen video footage of it.
Right. I wonder if this is, but there's just, I don't know.
This
there's
is
a
years
bunch
ago.
of stuff.
This is just me breaking this down from my memory.
Yeah, and there's nothing that specifically is like Beatles, and I don't even know, to be honest, if it's there. It just says Grisha Demont.
We probably shouldn't be playing Beatles songs on here, anyways.
And it's and it's all Russian is the title.
Yeah.
And we'll play a quick second of this. Why not? Let's see what happens. Worst comes to worst, we'll cut the media thing. But maybe this is him. Maybe this.
Выткался на озере, алый свет зари.
Sounds
not
like,
mad at it.
If I knew what the hell he was saying, I'd like it a little bit more. But
put that in the background.
I didn't know. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we got to break down some of these other songs though that came out this year. This is a goat.
Before we go though,
year.
Before we move on from Limp Bizkit, I feel like I have to talk about the hat. Like that was the thing, the red Yankees hat. Everybody started buying them. Everybody was rocking them. Do you know why he actually wore the red Yankee hat?
Well, did you know that the Yankees have never played in red ever?
Yes.
Wait, are you about to put me up on game? Because I don't want to tell you something that you're about to like drop some knowledge on.
Oh, I mean, I've just found 2 articles that says things about the Yankee hat. Why he wore it?
Does it involve Spike Lee?
There's some stuff about Spike Lee.
Okay.
But there's also some other stuff. Again, I have something from theblitz.com, and then loudwire.com was talking a couple of different things. I don't know. Maybe
the story I didn't know. The story as I know it, and then correct me if that says something different. I obviously trust the journalist, but I think right now we are journalists. So, so the way I understood it was Spike Lee had a outfit that was all red, and he wanted to wear a Yankees hat, but the Yankees did not make a red hat. So he got permission from the Yankees organization to make a red hat to go on an outfit. He wore it, ended up on TV. People started requesting the red hat. Thus, New Era and the Yankees started making red hats.
Yeah, he did that in 96 for the 96 World Series, which the Yankees did win.
Okay. So what happened after that? I'm guessing Fred Durst saw it, and where is that
more? Yeah. So more or less, he says that. Let's see here. You never want to think that you're going to have a clown costume that everybody's going to want to see you in, but I guess this was it. And this was in 2004 when he was talking to Metal Hammer. Said, I got a red cap back in the day. It was my good luck hat, and I just wore it. The next thing I knew, I saw tons of people wearing the red hat, and you don't have control of who wears it. So, but this other article by the Blitz.com pretty recently said that the story behind the red Yankees hat is more profound than one might think. Durst began wearing the hat as a gesture of solidarity. Yep. Well, it's spelled wrong on this article, so it's like it's SOLITARITY. So
solitary titties.
Solitary titty. Because of with a close friend who was battling a life-threatening illness, and it became a symbol of their friendship and a constant reminder for Durst to stay strong and positive. So, I guess he just kind of was wearing that for a deeper meaning. It was just a lucky hat. It was showing it like, hey, dude, I got you. And it was red Yankee.
I remember it being a big deal to me whenever I was like 16 or 17 when he wore a different Yankees hat that wasn't red. And I was like, what the fuck?
Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
I'm
unapologetically a gigantic Limp Bizkit fan. Fucking love him.
That's okay. And at the time of the recording, is he less than 24 hours or around 24 hours where you're going to be heading to watch them?
I will be going to watch them. And Corey Feldman.
Ooh.
Pretty pumped about that too. Oh, one more thing, I guess, on this album.
Yeah.
They got busted the year after it came out for a payola scandal. Are you familiar with what payola is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, what's his name? Dick Clark? Is that old
I've
radio
heard of
guy?
that guy. Yeah,
okay.
That sounds right.
He got busted for payola back in the day. So it is illegal to pay a record company or for a record company to pay a radio station money to play an album.
Oh, okay.
It is illegal to do that. Apparently Fred Durst went into a specific radio station. I forget which one it was.
KUFO.FM in Portland.
Is that what it was? Yes, it was $5,000, I believe, to play counterfeit 50 times.
Yep.
Which was a hit, but it wasn't that big of a hit. Faith was the one that got this record off the ground.
Yep.
Faith ruled, dude. And George Michaels famously hates it. It's one of those things where it was ask for the apology afterwards. They just fucking recorded it and went.
Yeah.
And I think they went through George Michael's people and not actually George Michael's. That's how they got that across.
Well, sucks to suck.
All right, we got to hit some of these other songs, dude. We got
stuff.
Daft Punk Around the World. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Counting Crows. It's long December. That one. Fucking Elton John, Candle in the Wind. The Head and Shoulders commercial. Got Rammstein came out with Du Hast.
Du Hast. Funny story. One time I was allegedly rushing for a fraternity on accident.
Russian?
Just kind of stumped. Yeah. See, shout out to Grisha.
Oh, they're German.
Devant.
They're German.
They're
God
German, yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah. Hey, we were just keeping the Grisha talk going, but it was pledging or rushing or whatever it is. Accidentally, I just kept going to these parties at this frat because there was all these like beautiful women, and I was just drinking for free. And I was like, "This is a good time." And my buddy, he was just like, "Come on, man, this is fun." And he just kept going and going and going. All of a sudden, they're like, they put blindfolds on us, and they run in this room, and I'm like getting super pissed off, and I just kind of lift the blindfold up, and he's like, "Chill, man, chill." They put us in a room. They were trying to break us or something, and they just kept playing Du Hast.
I'm in.
They just kept playing it and 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 playing it. We were in there for like an hour or two, and finally, I just got up and left. I'm like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "I can't listen to that fucking song one more time." I got pissed. Then I grabbed, "You'll never rush with that. We'll ruin your college career." And I was like, Oh yeah, it's probably already ruined at this point, man. Like, see ya, thanks, man.
I
Out.
guess that's the least. That's the least they could have done, right? And all you
Yeah.
hear about all these gay stories. There's a lot of gay stuff happening in these rushes, dude.
Yeah.
These rush weeks or whatever. What else do we got here? We got R. Kelly. I Believe I Can Fly. Do you remember how big that hit was?
I do.
It was, dude. That whole fucking that whole soundtrack had hits all over it. The Space Jam soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, that was a '96 movie. But
yeah, and then fucking, I guess the soundtrack. I don't know, dude. That I believe you can fly song. Man, that might have been a 2-year-long hit because you could not turn on MTV. Yeah, they used to play music videos. You could not turn on MTV or the radio without hearing that fucking song.
Yep. So you had "Fly Like an Eagle," Steve Miller. Which Steve Miller was like, "Thank you."
Yeah, that was a cover by a black dude.
Seal.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, he was the writer, obviously, and then producer was Seal. You had The Winner, Coolio, Space Jam, Quad City DJs. I Believe I Can Fly, Hit 'Em High, the Mob Stars anthem,
Hit 'em high,
Be Real, Busta, Coolio, LL Cool J, and Method Man. I Found My Smile, D'Angelo, For You I Will, Monica, Upside Down, had a little bit of Salt and Pepper, Giving You All That I Got, Basketball Jones, I Turn to You, All of My Days. That's
Basketball
the way.
Jones I think it was just a Chris Rock song. Am I right?
It had Barry White and Chris Rock, and it was on Cheech and Chong, I think, too. Basketball.
Yeah, but that's what they were doing. It's a Cheech and Chong song done by Barry White and Chris Rock.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had that album. It was a fun album.
Yeah, compared to, spoiler alert, didn't they just come out with a new Space Jam?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Let's compare the soundtrack to that, which was a banger, to the Space Jam: A New Legacy soundtrack. We Win, Lil Baby, Kirk Franklin, never heard it.
Lil Baby and Kurt Franklin. Kurt Franklin is a preacher, like Christian gospel singer. Yeah.
Well, that's on there. Control the World, 24K Golden and Lil Wayne, See Me Fly, Chance the Rapper, John Legend, and Simba. Hoops, Pump Up the Jam, Just for Me.
Pump it up.
Crowd Go Crazy, Mercy, Game Time, About That Time, not Lizzo. MVP, Settle the Score, Going Loony, Shoot My Shot, My Guy, The Best.
See, I feel like, when was the last time a soundtrack really like popped off? We got 2 this year alone, dude. We got
97.
We have 2 this year alone. We got fucking Space Jam, and then what else? Men in Black, dude.
Oh yeah,
Here come the Men in Black.
Yeah,
dude. And whenever the star of the movie could also like be the main hit of the fucking album. I don't even know the rest of the songs on that album, but I know that song.
It's on there.
The MIBs. What else we got in here? Sugar Ray's Fly.
That was pretty popular.
What that album that came off of? What was the name of it? It had an odd name, and it was mostly punk. It was like a weird rock and punk situation. They just had that one radio hit, and then,
It was Floored.
Floored.
Yep.
Is that the
one
I'm thinking of?
It was that had the American Pig, High Anxiety.
Yeah, American Pig. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So that was the album that was mostly like hard rock, and when had this one soft song. This song was so popular, the rest of their career sounded like this song. It's fucking crazy.
Isn't it weird?
It's crazy, dude. They were pretty fucking good, dude. Like their original shit.
Yeah, I was a bigger fan of before that, I suppose.
What else we got in here? We got I like I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. That one, I want to sing it one more time, just me and you.
Okay.
Acapella, because everybody that is listening right now is gonna have it stuck in their head now. A 1, 2, 3, and I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. There you go. Now
this
it's
song stuck in your head all day.
You bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Then Third Eye Blind, See Me Charm Life. the happiest song about being a meth head ever.
Ever.
You know?
Hey, I can't make something better than that.
Hey, dude, that's... Oh, and then last one. Man, how long have we spent on music, dude? I'm sorry.
That's okay. I love it. This is a good one.
Oh, we're 35 minutes in. Okay. Last
Okay.
one. The Verve Bittersweet Symphony. Do you know the story on this?
Mm-mm.
You know the song, right?
Yeah.
It's a bittersweet. Okay. It's a gigantic hit. It went number one, I believe. Made tons of money. The Verve didn't get a single penny of that money. Not a single penny, because they lifted that little orchestra part at the beginning from a Rolling Stones album.
Oh.
So the Rolling Stones said, nah, that's our monies. That's our monies. So every bit of that money went to the Rolling Stones. Fucking crazy.
One
you know,
on there
bummed
that
out. You know, bummed out I'd be. They're just so mad.
Dude, so bummed. Yeah, there's our break. We made it. We got nothing. That'd be. I wonder if they were ever on. I don't know how many are alive at this point. If they made the podcast circuit back in the day when there wasn't, they would have had to go on the radio. But one song from your list that I listened to a lot was "All About the Benjamins," Puff Daddy.
Dude, the Diddler.
The Diddler.
He had so many songs in 1997. You could not turn on hip hop without hearing fucking Diddy in the background.
Yep.
All About the Benjamins. There's a bunch of Biggie songs.
A ton.
And he dies this year.
Dies.
Right?
That sucks.
Starting to look like we know who did it.
Ooh.
The
Yep.
Diddler. In 2024, we're starting to get a little bit of information.
About time for the estate. Man, imagine all the other stuff Biggie could have put out. I don't know if you were a Biggie fan or if you were just like,
Here's the problem, dude, is I've said this before on other shows. As a fat guy, my biggest fear is that I audibly sound fat. If you were a blind person and you had never seen Biggie in your life, didn't even know his name, you would know he's fat just by the way he sounds. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's all in the way he says his B's. Biggie. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I loved it. I still listen to a lot of Biggie.
Man, it's funny too. I never really got into like East Coast rap until later in life. I was a West Coast guy for a long time.
See, I'm an East Coaster, so it was a lot of East Coast for me, which kind of makes sense. Like I even named my latest dog Biggie. I mean, one, because he is a mix of a dog that is huge. So it was a fun play on words. So, but it's funny every time we're like Biggie, and as a puppy, all the kids in the house are like Biggie, Biggie, Biggie. I'm like, yeah, that's how we roll.
Dude, yeah, I heard the movie's good. Did you see the movie? You didn't see the movie.
I didn't see the movie. But before we jump into movies, let's rank 97 music.
Oh, it's a one for me. It's gonna have to be like 90. You know what? 97.7.
Wow, that's a good one. Yeah. Sorry, I'm doing something. I got to pull up the sheet real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, this is a top. Nah, you know what? What? 94.7. 94.7.
I was gonna say, yeah. At least there's some.
I need to have a little bit of room because I feel like we might have some bigger years coming up.
Yeah.
The more I think of it.
Yeah.
Eminem hasn't even hit our radar yet. Good lordy, wardy.
Yep. See, for me, I mean, I'm looking at some of the songs that were the biggest ones. Like, they were good. I didn't love them. I think there's a lot of stuff, and I know you're a huge Limp Bizkit fan, and that one specifically, like, was one that I didn't overly listen to. So it's obviously going to be, lower for me. And I mean, there's some other. I'm looking at like the overall list. Obviously, we didn't get to them all because there was a lot of good stuff. It's a good year. It's a fantastic year.
Oh man, you're making me rethink my number.
Well, I'm just looking and I'm like, you know what? Like, I really like 94. I think a little bit better. So, do I want to go higher than you know what I mean? Like, I really liked a lot of the songs in 94, but it's good. You know what I mean?
What did I give 94?
You gave 94 a 90.5.
Okay. Let's play this smart.
I'm not trying to like.
Let's play this smart then. I'm gonna go 92.5. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see, like for me, I mean, like 94 had like, I mean, you guys can go back and watch the show, but like Regulate and some of those songs, like I dug. So for me, I'm gonna go 83.3. Good rating. It's solid. It's gonna jump 97 into the lead, depending what
But
Goat
I mean,
does.
think about this. Are any songs stuck in your head from 94 right now? Because right now,
Well,
everybody listening's like, I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. God damn it. Yeah. So, do you think anybody, like,
What
that
about?
was a dumb question. For sure, people have lost their virginity to that song.
Oh,
Okay.
100.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could easily just start singing Ace of Base. I saw the sign. That's gonna get stuck in your head. That was
Yeah,
94.
my old lady's a big fucking Ace of Base fan.
Yeah, so I mean,
And I have to hear like Ace of Base from time to time, and it sucks.
yeah. And plus, there was Mbop that brings it down for me a little bit.
That one
It was
doesn't
a
get stuck
banger,
in my head. Do you know what I bypassed and I didn't even bring up?
What's that?
Tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna. That song came out this year.
Did it really?
Yeah, Spice World, spice up your life.
Oh shit!
Yeah, didn't want to. It's crazy. Those fucking British broads are famous.
It is.
Don't know what. And Backstreet Boys were just popping off this year too. So I mean, that's shit that I left off the list, dude. I probably could have put 150 hits on this fucking thing. We don't have time. I don't even know where we're at now on time. But we don't have time for all this shit.
Yeah, we're borrowed.
NSYNC was just popping off. Fucking
no
the
doubt.
boy band craze was.
Is that when it really started?
I try to explain to my kid. I was like, dude, you don't understand boy bands. Like, you have a choice to like turn off or change your Instagram or whatever, right? You could not avoid boy bands whenever you were kids. It was everywhere. TRL was all Britney, Christina, boy bands, girl bands. It's fucking 98 Degrees. It's everything, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, you couldn't escape it. It was what it was.
Also, I was thinking about this. This is going to lead into movies. I was looking at some of the music videos for some of these songs.
Mm-hmm.
I was, what do you call it, creative? I had a creative brain, dude, because I remember jerking off to a lot of these music videos. There was no nudity, dude. And I was like, man, I got creative with my jerks. There's no way I could do that now. Yeah, there were some good jerks in there, dude.
I mean, you know, your hormones and stuff were a little bit different and raging at a different level probably than now.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. I'm always horned up, dude. And
technology.
I could probably bust one off right now if I needed to, dude. Just
technology
letting you know.
evolved quite a bit though since then. So
True that.
I mean, I bet you couldn't go and do that to the same videos now. I mean, I take that back. You could, 100%. Nostalgia.
To prove a point? Yeah.
Yeah. You're not going to go out of your way to look for that video to do it. Maybe after this you will. I don't know.
I mean, dude, there was that Janet Jackson and Busta Rhymes music video where her tits were just falling out of that fucking thing, and I jerked off to that video so hard, dude. Oh my gosh, just ripped my dick skin off.
Probably made pogs to it. All right, let's before we jump into movies, let's go ahead and update you on sports. We love sports. You might not. If you don't, we'll go through it quick so we can get to movies and all the other good stuff. NFL is coming back. Super Bowl champs was the Green Bay Packers. Beat the New England Patriots 35-21. The Bulls beat the Jazz 4-2.
Is that a Brady Patriots?
I don't think in 97 it was probably still Drew Bledsoe, right?
Good chance. I believe you.
Let's see. When did Tom Brady start for the Patriots? 2000. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So it was before. Yep. He started 2000, week 13 against the Lions. First appearance in a blowout loss to the Lions. There you go.
Don't mind the keys. I'm not doing bumps. Just gotta.
MLB.
Something in my.
The Florida Marlins. We're your champs. They beat the Cleveland Indians. Tony's still mad about it in 7 games.
When did the Florida Marlins become a team?
That was an expansion. Was it the expansion year that they won it?
In the 90s, right?
Yeah.
I remember them becoming a team. I lived in Florida at the time.
Oh. They were 93
Okay,
was
yeah,
their first
that
year.
makes
Yep.
sense because I remember the commercials. Like they were blowing it up. Like we have a team.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So they've actually won it in 97 and 2003. Go Marlins.
Very nice.
I loved their throwback jersey. Now they're the Miami Marlins, and it sucks. Hockey, Detroit Red Wings beat the Philadelphia Flyers. Gotta love that. A lot of Philly losing on these episodes. They've lost a lot in a lot of major sports, but
Just
at least
in
they're
life,
getting there.
Life in general.
1997 football, Michigan Wolverines and Nebraska Cornhuskers. Brandon J. McDermott's Nebraska Cornhuskers. Last time they were probably relevant. They were the co-champions. NCAA men's basketball, Arizona beat Kentucky, the Battle of the Wildcats, 84-79 in overtime. I vaguely remember that being one of the greatest college basketball championships I've ever seen. Women's basketball, Tennessee, they just won a lot. And in FIFA, because I've been watching some football, well, we call it soccer, in the Olympics, Brazil beat Australia 6-0.
Jesus, that's
In
like
a
a blowout,
championship.
right?
Huge blowout.
Okay.
And real quick, things in 1997. Let's talk about the prices in 1997 compared to 2024. The price of gas was $1.23, and I know I've been getting a lot of comments where I'm like, oh, that'd be nice to pay that. Let me clarify what I'm meaning, YouTube commenters.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
twats.
it would be nice to pay $1.23 again. Obviously, if you do inflation on some of these years, $1.23 to what it is now in some of the years, yes, it's right around the same price. I get that. What we're trying to say, wouldn't it be nice to pay $1.23 for gas?
But hey, you know how it works. Time makes everything go up. Duh.
Yeah, we get it. All right. And I even had to.
It never fails. Someone's gonna fucking type that in.
I know, and I love it. Let's see. A movie ticket in 1997 was $4.59. A loaf of bread, $1.17. Dozen eggs, $1.20. A new car was about $17,000. The median home price, $145,800. Stamp 32 and pound of coffee. Forgot to have my coffee today. That's a bummer.
How crazy is that? Is it a limerick?
What's
That's
that?
the right word?
Sounds like a word.
145,000 to 415,000.
That's quite the big for a home price.
It's
jump.
just a swap in two numbers.
Yeah, it is the 4 and the 1.
Is that
Wow.
a limerick? Is that what that is, or am I just making up shit?
I think I'm going to go with it.
What's
I'm
a
gonna go with
limerick?
it.
I need to know. I
What's
can't
crazy?
I can't be made to look like a fool.
A fool. While he's looking that up, last one I'm going to talk about. Fast food combos were about $3.50. Now they're roughly $9. At least it's not as hard
Limerick
to.
is a form of verse that appeared in England in the early years. Combination. Yeah, that's a limerick is not what that was. All right.
But hey, since we are an educational show, we wanted to make sure that we educated you on something from England.
Shall not be made a fool. All right.
All right. We got about 10 minutes left before we have to get back to there. So I think now is the time we talk about at least the top 10 movies of 1997.
Yeah. Dude, banger years. Like, this is a GOAT year for movies.
We should start ranking the years for movies as well.
Oh, man. There's some good ones.
There is some good ones.
Are these in order of popularity?
These were based on box office success, critical acclaims, and just kind of the cultural impact. We blended some things.
I think that there are only 2 movies on here I haven't seen.
Oh, that's a fun game.
One of them I want to see.
I have seen a lot of these. So we could run through at least the top 20, and I'll tell you.
Let's bang them out. All right, Titanic. What is there to talk about? Everybody's seen it. He could have fit on the door.
Could have easily.
Okay, let's
But
just.
he was adorable in it, right?
He was, dude. Yeah, he was. The poor old Gilbert Grape really cleans up nicely. Let me tell you what. Let's see, the Lost World, Jurassic Park. Is that the one where it comes back to America?
The Lost World.
Is that the one with Vince Vaughn?
That is, yep, Vince Vaughn, yep.
Yeah.
A research team is sent to the Jurassic Park site B Island to study the dinosaurs there.
Men in Black, gigantic hit.
Mm-hmm.
We finally got. Is that the first time we ever got to see Tommy Lee Jones has a sense of humor?
I'm pretty sure.
Classic.
Yep.
It was a great idea for a movie, and I have no issues with Men in Black. Men in Black 2, yeah. Hey, that fucking guy who was wearing he's like sugar water. Dude, that guy rules. Whoever he was as an actor, he deserved an award that year.
He should definitely get an award. I still think that the mind eraser, or whatever it is, the light, what a cool concept.
Yeah, it's a great concept.
You know?
If only I had that. If I had that for just like dumb things I've done in life that I think about now and still go, ugh. That's the worst, isn't it? That's the worst.
Yeah,
when you're by yourself and you think of embarrassing times.
Yep. And then you hope that the people that were near you or with you don't remember as well.
Oh, I hope some of the people in those stories are dead. Just the story can never be retold. Tomorrow Never Dies by the James Bond movie. Is this the last Pierce Brosnan movie?
That I don't know.
I didn't really like him as a James Bond.
Yeah, no.
Although we without him, we don't get GoldenEye.
Fair.
GoldenEye was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Air Force One.
It's all right, if we're butchering this. This is Goote's passion, the movie. So hopefully we're doing it justice for you, buddy.
Oh man, the passion of the Goot.
The Goot, all the Goot.
Passion of
Air
the
Force
Goot.
One, hell of a shoe.
Yeah, it's the story of the shoe. It's where the rubber meets the road was the tagline. If you remember that. Harrison Ford, a lowly shoe salesman, finds his way into the Nike fucking. I got nothing.
And fight some terrorists.
Let's see. As Good as It Gets. Kathy Bates tits. Is that the same movie?
Don't know. I don't think I don't remember this one.
Oh, it's Jack Nicholson. He has the dog. He's like a grumpy neighbor. I think you get to see Helen Hunt's tits in the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Still not. I'm looking at the movie cover. It's not ringing a bell.
It was a big hit. He's kind of a grumpy bastard. Liar, Liar, big one. Big giant hit.
Yep.
Fun fact, what's his name? Firehouse Bill? What was his name?
Sounds right.
From In Living Color? Fire Captain Steve? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Fire Marshal
Bill. Yeah. He's in the background of one of the scenes in Liar Liar.
No shit.
Yeah. Like you can see the extras fucking like breaking character, like trying not to laugh because he's just back there acting the fool in one of the scenes. It's in the scene where somebody's being carried off in a stretcher towards the end of the movie. You can see him in the background dressed as Fire Marshal Bill.
No shit.
Yeah, little Easter egg for you fucks.
Oh.
My best friend's wedding. Did not see
I actually found that scene. Sorry.
Oh, you got it?
Yep.
Yeah, pull it. It's pretty good. It's like 5 seconds tops.
Yeah, we're gonna play it without the audio because who knows?
Yeah, you don't need the audio.
It's on the tube of the Ube, so they might not enjoy it. But make sure you guys check it out. Let's see the screen fire.
Yeah, see him right there. Yeah, you see the extras turning around and looking at him. Fucking.
I could almost try not to. What a legend.
Best friend's wedding. I don't know this movie. Never.
It sounds familiar. Best friend's wedding.
Best friend's girlfriend.
It looks like something I would not have watched, or my dad would not have played in the house.
It's a rom-com, I'm guessing.
Here, let's pull up IMDb.
It's a young Cameron Diaz, because The Mask came out like 2 years before that, and this was her first movie. Yeah, I've never seen this shit in my life. I'm never gonna watch this.
No, when a woman's longtime friend reveals he's
who is that
engaged,
actor? He's been in so many fucking stupid movies. Who's that guy? He's always in all the
Dermot Mulroney.
Was that him?
This guy right here?
Yeah, I guess that's him.
Dermot Mulroney.
Yeah, that dude's been in every romantic comedy ever, and nobody knows his fucking name.
Yeah. Huh.
Hate him.
What a stud.
next one we got is a good one, dude. Fifth Element.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh man, what's her name? She's so fucking sexy. I mean, she's all about showing her tits. She has like a Russian name. Little tiny titted sexy bitch. I love her.
Let's see, in the movie,
Mila Jovovich.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, she's fucking cute to me, bro. She was also the chick in the Resident Evil movies, if you remember those.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking good. Mm-hmm. All right, now we have a classic, dude.
That's
John Woo brought us a classic with Face Off.
Mm-hmm.
Face Off.
Hell of a movie.
I love that fucking movie, dude.
It's so good. Could you
They're
imagine?
making another one. They're making another one.
With the original, like with those two.
They have both signed on to make it number 2.
Did you? Wow. To foil a terrorist plot, FBI agent Sean Archer assumes the identity of the criminal Castor Troy, who murdered his son through facial transplant surgery. But the crook wakes up prematurely and vows revenge.
You know I could eat a peach for hours.
What a movie.
Speaking of fruit, Good Will Hunting. Talk about them apples, dog.
That's a classic.
Yeah, it's a goodie. It's a goodie.
This is a good year.
Contact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anything of this movie except towards the end where that little black kid's legs turn inside out and he looks like, what's his name, Chubbs from the Browns.
Oh.
And he runs off. It's fucking crazy. Spoiler alert. He was an alien. They made contact with aliens. And Jodie Foster, lesbian.
Matthew McConaughey. All right.
Scissor Sisters. Let's see. The Full Monty. This is the one that I know about, and I want. No, wait. I'm thinking of the Birdcage. What is the Full Monty? Is that a British comedy about unemployed steelworkers?
6 unemployed steelworkers from a male striptease act. The women cheer for them to go for the Full Monty, which means take off all their clothes.
I was thinking of the Birdcage with Robin Williams, where they're a bunch of gays. I've heard that movie's pretty funny. I want to see it, but I have not got around to it. But it has nothing to do with this. We're back to fucking Nick Cage with Con Air. Another classic.
What a good year for him, huh?
Yeah. I think this is one of the first times I ever saw Steve Buscemi, and he creeped me the fuck out in this movie. Fuck. How do you make a creepy-looking person look more creepy? You make him a pedophile. Jesus Christ, that was fucked up.
Do you know Dave Chappelle was in it as well?
He was, huh? Oh, wait, are you sure?
100%. Yep. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. Yeah. No.
Because there's that other actor that looks like Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm talking about? And he plays in a lot of like action movies. I'm like, man.
He was Pinball Parker in there, and then he had Donnie Trejo was also in there.
Danny Trejo's in there, yeah.
Yeah. Your boy Steve. Yeah. That's pretty.
It's an all-star cast for sure.
Yeah.
Travolta wasn't in that one, was it? Who was the cop?
John Cusack.
That's right.
Agent Vince Larkin.
That's a good fucking movie.
That was a good movie.
I was gonna say Kevin Spacey, but he's actually in LA Confidential. This was a decent movie, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
You remember this one?
I don't remember it.
The chick, was it Kim Basinger? Yeah. So hot.
Want to touch the hiney. Russell Crowe.
Yeah. A skinny Russell Crowe. I don't know if you've seen him lately, but he's a bit burly.
Ooh, I see what you did there. Danny DeVito's in there.
That guy, I love Danny DeVito.
He's so awesome.
Speaking of Danny DeVito,
Hey-o.
he was in a Batman movie. You know what else came out in 97?
A Batman movie?
Batman movie. Batman and Robin. With George Clooney as Batman. It's a rough one. I believe this is the one where the Batsuit had nipples. It's one of the worst ones. We had Arnold Schwarzenegger in there. It's like, "Eyes to see you." Shit like that.
This one not a loved one on the IMDb ratings at a 3.8, and but it's gone up in popularity.
I touched my first boob while this movie was on.
Oh,
If that helps.
just one.
Well,
That's why the
I probably
popularity
switched back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was making out with this chick as this movie was on. We were alone in somebody's bedroom. I don't even know what house we were in now. I'm thinking about it, but yeah, we're making out, and then I touched some boobs under their shirt. Yeah, some under their shirt stuff. Yeah, so imagine Burley at 14 touching another 14-year-old. Yeah, you perverts. 14-year-old titties.
Well, that must have been 3 years later. So that must have been what, 2000?
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it was definitely on video, so it wasn't out in the theater.
Yep.
Let's see here. Hercules. Didn't see that one until I was later in life, whenever I had a kid. Starship Troopers. Amazing movie. Underrated cult classic. Did you like this movie?
I didn't see it.
This one really hit home for me because it was the first time I even thought of the idea of co-ed showers in the military. And they had all these naked chicks in there with just dudes. And I was like, why isn't everybody just fucking? How could they not just be fucking right now?
And then I was, I'm going to join the army.
Yeah, and then I'm going to jerk off. There's a lot of that at this age. That's what sucks too, is like from, I don't know, probably about 96 to 2004. I'm going to associate a lot of these podcasts with one time I was jerking off. These are all of my memories going to be tied to coming somehow. Scream 2. Never seen any of the Scream movies.
No, I saw a couple of them. I'm assuming I've seen that one.
They just didn't. Yeah, I know about them. I understand that they were very popular. Just did nothing for me.
Yeah.
Donnie Brasco. I've definitely seen it. I don't remember it being great.
Also, don't. I think it was one of the. Didn't it somehow become like cult classic-y? I mean, because it had Pacino in it, it had Johnny Depp in it, and then
is this the one where he's like becomes a biker?
He's a FBI undercover agent, and like pisses off gets into the mob, and then finds himself doing mafia type shit.
Yeah, okay.
It has great reviews on IMDb, and it's top 600.
I need to download it. I need to download it.
But yeah, I don't know. Again, sorry, Goot. I'm sure you're screaming at the computer. You're probably
Donnie goddamn Brasco.
Right I can't believe you did this and that. But hey, we did our best, and look at that. We hit our time too. So I mean, we're professional.
R.I.P. Princess Diana.
Oh yeah, there was she passed away. The Dolly the Sheep. Scientists cloned a sheep in '97. Harry Potter stuff began.
I got a super oddball one. If you want to click that link, you don't have to play audio. You know who Nick Offerman is?
Mm-hmm.
The very first commercial he was ever in was for Longhorn Steakhouse. It came out in 1997.
No shit. Holy shit.
He's a youngster.
That is awesome.
I found some weird things.
I think I have his. No, I don't know if I bought the book. I was listening to his audiobook.
Yeah, I have it saved on Spotify. I haven't gotten around to it.
Yep, started there, but some good stuff. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
A lot of interesting stuff. But Windows 98, hell of a OS.
I don't remember how burpy Topo Chico's got me, but I'm sorry for your listening. If you're listening, I've been burping my ass off.
It's okay. They're into that. Let's send her back and say her goodbyes. What do you think?
Goodbye, Mother Teresa.
Goodbye. Well, not quite yet. We're almost there.
Yeah, it's warming up.
Warm it up, Chris.
It's warming up. I'm just going to hit it. There you go.
Hell of a year. I think the movie's
fucking year.
Yeah, I think that's something that we should probably do. Maybe I'll add some stuff to that sheet, and we can start ranking some movies at some point. That'd be a good thing to do as well.
I'm music, all in.
For sure, and we'll add to that crazy sheet of mine. But either way, that was awesome, Burley. Can't thank you enough. I know this comes out on a Tuesday. You've already done it, but because we're recording, enjoy Limp Bizkit.
Oh, we're gonna do a full review next week, I'm sure.
Hell yeah.
Just fuck off whatever year. Let's talk about Fred Durst for...
No, we need to pick another year that was super popular for Limp Bizkit other than that year?
98. It's just, there's a good 6 or 7 year period where my life really just kind of revolved around Freddie D and the boys.
Yeah.
So.
And Goot, happy anniversary to you guys. He'll be back next week as well. And thanks to anybody that, for whatever reason, decided to listen to us. We appreciate you, and that's all we got. See you next week. Goodbye.
From the streets to the block, jazzy beats rhyme so tight, we'll make your head nod. Triple T crew taking over the game, y'all better applaud. Step into the cypher, feel the vibe, we got the style. Representing hip-hop, going the extra mile. From east coast to west, we break it down the walls. Triple T Podcast, we here to answer the call. Triple T in the house, the call.